Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lottie and today I'm going to do a really massive unhaul. This is long overdue. I've just been putting it off because I don't know why I've been putting it off. I have a crap ton of books I want to get rid of because I don't have space for them anymore. I'm not going to read them. I've read them and I didn't like them. There's many reasons. So I'm just going to talk you through all the books that I'm planning to get rid of, basically. So I'm going to start with the books that were on my These Books Will Self-Destruct TBR from 2021. I did a video reacting to that video ages ago now, basically, and I've still got the books with me. So let's talk through what books they are. So first of all, got The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Adair. I read the first one and it was okay, and then I DNF'd the second one, so I'm going to get rid of them because I just don't care. Then we have Spectacles by Sue Perkins, which is a memoir that I'm just not interested in reading anymore. I have The Knife of Never Letting Go and The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness, which are the first two books in the Chaos Walking trilogy, and I would still like to read this series, but I'm not prioritising it, and I can borrow the books from the library instead if I decide to read it in the future, so I just don't see any point in keeping a hold onto these two. Then we've got Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, which is like a young adult contemporary romance. I'm just not interested in reading it whatsoever. Plus, I hate the cover and I hate that it has deckled edges. They make me feel sick. Then we have Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, which is a book that I kind of would still like to read, but I've had it for so long now, I just don't think it's ever going to happen. So that's why I'm unhauling it. And this is like a continuation of The Wizard of Oz. And then the last four books on that list were the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. So that is Uglies, Pretties, Specials and Extras. I read the first book quite a while ago now and I gave it 2 stars, and I was kind of like, well, I might continue on with the series since I have all 4 of the books, and I just don't think that's ever going to happen, so I'm just going to get rid of them. So those are the books on my self-destruct TBR, and everything else that I talk you through now are just books that I just don't need anymore. So first of all, I have my entire John Green collection. I have read all of these books and I used to love them. I used to love John Green, especially The Fault in Our Stars, but I just don't have any interest in rereading them or holding on to them anymore. They have no nostalgia or sentimentality to me, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. So we've got Paper Towns, Will Grayson, which he co-wrote with David Leatherton, The Fault in Our Stars, and Turtles All the Way Down. Then we've got Nerve by Jean Ryan, which is like a young adult thriller about like this game people can play or like watch, like voyeurism. I really liked it when I read it, but I just don't think I'm ever going to reread it, and in hindsight it wasn't that good, so goodbye to this book. Then I've got a couple of books that I have different editions of. So we've got the paperback edition of Hallowed by Cynthia Hand. I have a hardcover edition of it now, so I don't need to keep hold onto this one. And we've got this edition of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I bought the box set of all the books with matching spines. Although I really do like this cover and I prefer these editions of the Mortal Instruments, they're actually quite hard to get a hold of now, at least like secondhand for fairly cheap. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this one because I've already got all of them in a different edition. I'm also going to get rid of this edition of Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. This is literally just the standard edition. When I pre-ordered this book, this was the only one that I had available to me. I couldn't pre-order it when it was first announced because we were at the time moving house, but we didn't know where we were moving to, so I couldn't like put an address down for it basically. So I just pre-ordered this one as soon as we moved, so because I knew where I was living when it was going to be released. And then like a month before it came out, they said, oh, by the way, we've got some extra Waterstones editions that are signed, like grab one if you can. So I pre-ordered that one. So then they both came at the same time because I think this was part of a bulk order of other books, and at the time I didn't know how to cancel like a single book that you've ordered with other books. So that I've just basically got an extra copy of it, and I don't need an extra copy of it, especially because I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. Plus this is just like a standard edition, so it's nothing special. Okay, so those were the books that I kind of had already picked out. I do have some others that I think I would like to unhaul, so let's have a look. Okay, so I've grabbed Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. This is the second book in the Ready Player 1 duology. I don't really know. Basically, this was a completely unnecessary sequel. I hated it. It was awful. I was so excited for it as well when it was announced, but I don't like it. I don't need to keep a hold on to this book. I'm never going to read it and reread it. Yeah, I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. It does have really cool end pages though. So there's that. But yeah, I don't want it. I feel sick looking at it. It's just so bad. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm also going to get rid of my Carry On books by Rainbow Rowell. So we've got Carry On and Wayward Son, which are part of the Simon Snow duology. No, it's a trilogy now, isn't it? I didn't like this series as much as I thought I was going to. I would still like to read the last book to see how it ends, but I can read it from the library and I don't need to keep a hold on to these two to do that. This was okay. This was very underwhelming by comparison. I do really like the covers though. I love the artwork on the covers. Obviously this is a slightly older edition. I don't really know why I've been hanging on to them for so long though, because again, I'm not really interested in reading any more of Rainbow Rowell's other books either. So I think I'm gonna get rid of these. Another few books I'm gonna get rid of as well are the first three Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. So we've got Interview with the Vampire Lestat, and The Queen of the Damned. So I was reading these as part of Vampalong and I hated The Queen of the Damned, so I decided to DNF the series, and I was planning on keeping a hold of these books because, you know, I kind of thought they've got nice-ish covers anyway. It's kind of like a classic horror series, but I'm never going to reread them, and every time I look at them on my shelves I just think about how much I didn't enjoy them. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of those ones as well. And then the last one I've decided to unhaul is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, which is a contemporary like romance that the Simon Snow series kind of was born from. I loved this when I read it. I did actually really love it. I'm just not interested in Rainbow Rowell as an author anymore. I don't want to read any more of her books. Probably never going to reread this. So yeah. So this is what we're working with. That's a lot of books. So those are the books that I'm planning to get rid of. I'm probably going to sort through the ones that are in good quality and donate them to the library when we eventually take some more donations. So a lot of them are young adult and we are severely lacking in decent young adult books in my library. So I'll probably donate the ones that are in good enough condition to be absorbed into the stock for those ones, but most of them I'm probably just going to get rid of and donate to charity. It's just a matter of actually getting rid of them now, because I've had a massive pile in the corner of my room for a really long time waiting to do this video basically so that I can get rid of them, but I've done it now. I can get rid of those books. So yeah, that's it then. It's quite cathartic really, unhauling. I quite like it. Maybe I need to be a bit more brutal in the future. That was it for this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of the books that I am unhauling in this video, and if it makes you sad because it's your favourite book, and if it is, I'm really sorry. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I try and post a new video every single week. And then yeah, that's it for this video guys. Thanks again and I'll see you very soon. Bye!